before we sign off, Eric, we have a new segment that we want to talk about. And we don't know what we're calling it yet. We'll figure it out. You can even vote for it in the comments if you want to.
Yep.
Eric and AJ's Box of Fun, grab bag. Who cares? We'll call it whenever we want, but here's what it is. It's a collection of segments that could just be totally random. And the question tonight is this. What is your dirty sports secret? The one secret that you do not want anybody to know, and yet we are broadcasting for everyone. Eric, I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, buddy.
All right. So, I had a great basketball career in high school. I had a lot of fun. Pretty good player. You know, did a tough time in North Farmington. Shout out NFHS, you know, class of 08. There was a time in my junior year, I believe it was, where we had just come back from a road trip. We didn't play the tournament, I think, like just before the Christmas holiday. And we were supposed to watch film on, I think it was the Saturday, I think it was the Sunday that we returned, like in school. Like we were supposed to meet up in school and go in there. And I was not feeling it. I played like garbage. I was getting dogged out by coach. I did not want to see that film worth nothing. Do you know what it's like in film when you know you missed a play and they pause and everybody's looking at you and just
Yep.
That's some tough accountability as a kid. So I did not face it. I did not want to face it. And like an absolute idiot, I called coach. Hey coach, I'm not feeling it today. I actually got to go into the hospital and I need to get checked on. Coach says, Eric, it's Sunday. I'm like, damn. Not even thinking in my head. Like, I'm thinking it's Saturday or just like maybe Monday back in. I'm just completely out of it and just in a ball of shame, glass case of emotion. And I'm like, oh my God, it is Sunday. And I showed up too. Like, we'll see you when you get here. I'm like, oh man, I had to run so much of my life the next day. That was
because you lied to your
brutal,
coach.
Yeah. So Tom Goshen, I apologize, but he laughed about it. I came back after I graduated, and he remembered the story too. We laughed about it. You know, he asked how I was doing, but yeah, that was gonna stick with me for a minute.
Yeah, you never want to relive the bad games.
Oh my gosh.
No, never.
Yeah, like we won like some of them, but like some of the games, I had some bad turnovers. I was just sloppy and just I knew they were gonna give it to me in film. I couldn't do it.
Okay, Eric.
What's yours?
I have a confession to make.
Okay.
And there's some people that know this about me, and I feel kind of bad about it, but at the same time, it's just part of who I am, and it was part of my childhood. But my dirty sports secret, I grew up an Ohio State fan.
What in the world?
I know, it's bringing a tear to my eyes.
What kind of twist to the origin story is this? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, from the moment I was about 6-7 years old.
Oh my goodness.
We had a really good family friend who played for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And so I grew up going to Columbus and wearing Ohio State gear. Even went down to their media day in 1995, the year that they won the Rose Bowl in '96, and got a media day photo with Eddie George that was signed by Eddie George that I still have. Because I was an Ohio State fan growing up, and I was an Ohio State fan until 2007. The fall of 2007.
That's a long time, bro.
It is a long time. But my brother got a walk-on scholarship to the University of Michigan and played football there, and so my allegiance very quickly was able to change. I'm sorry.
I don't even
I know
think
you
that's
think
fair.
less of me now.
I don't even think that's fair. No, it shouldn't have changed that quick. It should not have changed that quick. You should stick to your guns.
Hold on a second. No, blood loyalty, man. Blood is thicker than anything.
So I'm sorry, you said he walked on and played for Michigan?
And got a scholarship.
He got a scholarship? Okay.
Yeah.
No.
He played with Chad Henne and Mike Hart his first year. They beat Tim Tebow in the Capital One Bowl. So I was there for the Capital One Bowl.
Okay.
He was there. And then we went into the dark ages of Rich Rod, and he finished out his next 3 years under Rich Rod.
You know what? That's actually a badge of honor for him because that's one of the last great teams. Like, even though they had the Appalachian State lost, they still, like I said, the B-Tebow, they were they were one of the one teams. But no, I'm not giving you no flag. You should still be an Ohio State fan right now.
No, man, go blue.
Oh, and he's got the shirt. Oh, you are shameless. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you.
What's wrong with that?
This is absolute treachery. No, see.
How?
Oh, you know what? This is a perfect time too, because we talked about this actually a perfect time in season, because these kind of fans, to me, are unforgivable type fans, and I think if we were to do what we've been talking about for March Madness, I think what you're doing as a fan is. I don't even want to say it's not bandwagon jumping. It's not bandwagon, but hopping from rival to rival, is not acceptable.
But it has nothing to do with Michigan becoming ultimately better than Ohio State. It has nothing to do with that, because I entered at the lowest point. I mean, you gotta.
I'll give you. You're brave for that, yes, but you should not still be. I can't ride with that. You should be giving your brother stuff every time y'all eat at the dinner table. You should be ragging him when Ohio State was winning.
Why?
Because you were riding with them. That was your team.
Michigan should have been our team. I understand that, but listen, man, I get it. Ohio State has had more success than Michigan over the last few years, but for you to call me treacherous.
Yeah, that's treacherous.
No, man.
Rival to rival isn't that's like, to me, I believe there are unspoken rules for fans in sports. Rival to rival is not acceptable. Never. Never. That could be another segment. Unspoken rules.
Sure.
Rival to rival fandom is not acceptable.
You have no leeway for the fact that my family actually became a football player at the University of Michigan.
My brother didn't play sports, but let's say he did. I'm not riding. I'm sticking with who I am. You never even
pick up a team, though. You're like, oh, I mess with Michigan State a little bit, and I also hate Jim Harbaugh, but I'm happy for them. I have no loyalty. That's what you say.
I'm a Specs Howard graduate. I'm allowed to play neutral in them conversations.
Sure,
it's a beautiful feeling.
Oh,
but in terms of my college football fandom, yes. NFL, it would be no different. Like, let's say my pops played pro for the Bulls, and I'm a Piston fan, I'm not giving him no bail. I mean, yeah, it would be cool to root for him occasionally, but if they played and my fandom is with the Pistons, you gotta take this L. I'm sorry. It's my fandom.
I don't believe you. First of all, I don't believe. I think you're lying through your teeth right now.
No way.
And here's why I think you're lying through your teeth. Number one, if your pops played for the Bulls, you wouldn't have grown up a Detroit Pistons fan.
You know what? That's fair. So, let me say my brother then. So, let's say sibling to sibling, like your situation.
There you go.
Easily, I'm rooting against my brother. Easily rooting against him.
Okay.
My pops is different, yes, because I will be looking up to him.
Listen, I put loyalty to the family above everything else. Call me a treacherous fan if you want.
Rival to rival, bro. That's the rivalry. Oh.
I know. It's the rivalry, but look, I'm happy wearing my maize and blue. Go blue.
The shirt.
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine.
Oh my goodness.
It's great. I wore this sweatshirt.
Where you got some khakis on? Is there any part of you that does root for Ohio State still?
We have talked about this. I work from home. Why would I wear khakis?
I
literally live in sweatpants.
I don't know where.
Why would I do that?
I don't know where your fandom goes at this point. So I don't even know if I believe you. I don't even know if I believe it. Is there any part of you that still roots for Ohio State?
No.
Not at all? It's
no, hold on. I am not one of those people that's like, Ohio State.
Okay.
Well, let me say it this way. Had Michigan not been in the college football playoff this year, or maybe not even if they had won, but if they're playing in a bowl game that has no direct impact on the University of Michigan, I want them to win for the Big Ten success.
Okay. I'm mad at you. I really am. But you know what? Like you said, because family. No, I'm not changing my mind. No, I'm not giving you no bail, bro.
Man.
I'm not.
We're trying to wrap up a show
I was about to
let
you go. I can't, bro. Nah, that's not forgivable. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
All right,
Nah,
well, we'll have to figure this out because listen, I'm glad that I made the switch. You know, young, impressionable child. It just is.
No loyalty
you
whatsoever.
kind of end up. It's not true.
They said
Actually,
it.
I think this proves loyalty.
No, it
It
does
proves
not.
loyalty that I went to the worst team at the time and became a fan of them because of who my brother was.
Your brother probably shocked too. He said,
No.
you want us now? I mean, he was shocked when he first saw it.
No.
Really?
The whole family. The moment he went to Michigan, we were like, oh, there goes all the Ohio State stuff.
Tell him to hit us up on the show.
That's the way that the Riley family works. We got each other's back,
Bring him on the
regardless
show.
of what happens.
Bring him on the show. I want to
He
talk
won't.
about this. He won't do it?
He won't.
Oh,
Nah.
okay. All
Probably
right.
not. He
Fine.
might. I'll talk to him, but
Please,
I doubt it.
holla at him. Holla at him for me.
We'll see. We'll see. Well, hey, that worked out for a pretty good last segment. And I'm sorry that I made you mad at me and call me horrendous names like a treacherous fan. And a lot, like, man, come
Hopping
on.
on rivalries. You cannot. I still love you, though, man. I still love you, though.
And you'll do the show with me next week?
I'll think about it. We'll talk after the show.
Because next week we're going to start getting into a little bit, maybe more free agency, but we want to start talking about the NFL draft too, because we will be live for the very first round of the NFL draft.
Yes, sir.
We did it last year with DSN. We will be doing it this year with our other colleague, Dylan Bear, who will be there with us. You probably see him all over TikTok.
Yes, sir.
But us three are going to hold it down for you on draft night, so we want to start getting you prepared for that. Maybe some mock drafts. We would love to go live and do a fan-created mock draft as well. So we will talk all about that in the next show next week, right at the beginning of the week. We will see you then. I'm AJ. He's Eric. This has been Beyond the Box, your favorite Detroit sports show. Make sure you like and subscribe at YouTube and pound that bell for notifications when the content drops. We will see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.
You.